We are here on this beautiful December 8th, 2025, and I'm going to share with you what's coming up this season. Okay, first of all, this is the group. I don't know if you can see, I don't know if the video can actually see the board, but this is the board of the players that we had last season in the fall. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I forgot the towel. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to, first thing is I'm going to erase everything that we have here on the board, and we're going to start fresh in the winter. A little bit more juice. Don't you get annoyed when you're trying to erase the whiteboard and it doesn't get erased unless you have this liquid, you know? Okay. That will do it. All right, so now, first thing is the title. Our Austin JBTA Winter. All right, so now we have 7 players. Grayson, Adele, Ava, Foster, Isla, Shane, and Kai. Okay, I didn't put these in any particular order, just the way it came into my mind. Okay, I know Shane and Kai are joining us this season, so that's why you guys are here at the bottom. But anyway, so the first thing I would like you to understand is that in tennis you have different styles of play. And the different styles of play are dependent on what area of the court you control. So for example, if we have a tennis court and you're very good at the baseline shots, this is the baseline area, and you're very good at the baseline shots, we're going to make you a strong at the baseline there. But you need 2 more ingredients to become what is referred to as a defense player. You need good return of serve, and you also need good passing shots. So passing shots, return of serve, baseline. That's what makes you into a defense player. Now, the defense player, the most famous of the defense players probably in the history of tennis is Bjorn Borg, Michael Chang. Those are defense players. Harold Solomon used to be a defense player. So the main thing is that they return the serve very well. They have very good baseline consistency, a lot of control. They're like a wall. And if you go to the net against them, good luck, because they have a great passing shot. So now let's just say that you create those 2 elements in your game and you're winning some trophies, but now you want to get better. You want to keep climbing up. So then you will have to have a serve that is very good, right? A lot more power serve. Michael Chang used to know, we used to say that he preferred the second serve than his first serve. So one of his main opponents was Pete Sampras, and Pete Sampras had a fantastic serve. Today, players of today, they all have very good serves, very good, powerful serves. So if you want to win a Grand Slam, you got to have a fantastic serve. And by that I mean not just power, okay? I mean power on the first, yes, but you also need a very good second serve. So we'll get to the how to improve the serve in another video, but right now I'm just giving you the different styles that are in the tennis game. So now let's just say that you have a very strong serve, the opponent returns short. So now you're not hitting from the baseline, you're hitting from the midcourt. And if you're hitting from the midcourt, that means that you're attacking the shot. Okay, you have very good attack shots, very good reverse scissor attacks, very good drop shots, okay? Very good chip and charges, very good swinging volleys. Those are midcourt shots. So if you become very good at midcourt, but you also have the other two components of the defense, so now you basically have what we call the aggressive baseliner, because now you're at a baseline, but you're also aggressive from the midcourt. You're hitting a serve, baseline midcourt, return a serve, baseline midcourt. If they come to the net, you still have a passing shot. So this combination of these 5 factors is what we call an aggressive baseliner. Okay? Now, what if you then become very good at the net? You have very good volleys, good spike volleys, you're playing some doubles, you have some good good net game. So if you add the net game to the other 5 components, now you just graduated yourself into what we call an all-court player. Okay, so these all 6 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements, are going to give you what we call the all-court game. Okay, so this is basically what happened. You know, ever since I was born, you know, playing tennis. Okay, so we don't have to go before I was born. But yeah, so this is for a long time, the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, all the way to the 2000s. Okay, when Pete Sampras was known as an all-court player, Andre Agassi was more known as an aggressive baseliner. And then in 2003, as we know, we had the fantastic match where Roger Federer plays the finals in Wimbledon against Mark Philippoussis, an Australian player that was attacking the net. He was basically a net player. So how do you define a Mark Philippoussis? He had a strong serve. He had a strong net game. He definitely had a mid-court game, and he had a great return. So when you combine these 4 elements, return to serve, mid-court and net, you basically are considered a net player. The most famous of all net players, John McEnroe. If you want to watch some YouTube videos of John McEnroe, the finals of John McEnroe versus Bjorn Borg at Wimbledon is like one of the most famous matches you could ever watch. Okay, so now you have 4 styles. You have the defense player, who has 3 elements: baseline, return to serve, and passing shot. You have the aggressive baseliner, who has a very heavy attack shot, a very strong serve, good baseline power, return to serve with power, and passing shots. Then you have the all-court game. Okay, also Pete Sampras was known as an all-court player because he could stay back and go to the net. And then you have the net players, who are specifically this. So then this net player, Mark Philippoussis, in 2003 confronts Roger Federer. Roger Federer was known at that time as an all-court player already. He could play everything: baseline, return to serve, passing shots, you name it. But interestingly enough, from 2003 all the way to 2023, for those 20 years, the game, at the all-court game, started becoming more powerful. The speed of the ball was coming out harder, and players are starting to have a harder passing shot, a harder return to serve, more power on the baseline, more power on the serve, or about the same power on the serve, because, you know, servers were still very good back in the, even in my days. Mid-court, a lot of power in mid-court, a lot of drop shots, right? So they added a lot of drop shots and a lot more power to the old core game. So that's what I refer to today as the beast game. Okay, so the beast game, like the Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick Sinner, the last 2 years, they both basically won 50% of all the Grand Slams. Okay, so if you watch any Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick Sinner matches from 2025 and 2024, even the US Open of 2023, you'll see that the game is an all-core game with a lot of power, and that is called the beast game. So now why am I telling you all these styles? Because how do we start it? You started as a defense player, and then you evolve into an aggressive baseliner, and then you made it into an all-core play game, and then finally you added more power, and then you became a beast player. Okay, so, or let's say you want to specialize at net. Well, you still have to have serve and midcourt, right? Return serves if you want to be a good doubles player and you just want to be a net player. So what a lot of people make the mistake today, especially juniors learning the game, is that they want to learn the beast game right away, and they want to have power. So they have a lot of power at the baseline with very little control, a lot of power at the passing shots, but not very effective, a lot of power on the return of serves, but not very effective, a lot of power on the serves, but then a dinky second serve, then a lot of power at midcourt, but not very effective, and then a lot of power at the net, and then they hurt their hands. So basically, too much power, not enough control, no good. Okay, so you have to understand that if you want to improve in the game, you have to do it in these stages: control, power, power, control, control, power, power, control, control, power. And it doesn't matter which of the variables you increase first, you try to improve those two variables next to each other, very close to each other. And that's how you're going to evolve into an all-core game player, or even a beast game player. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you today. I'm running out of light here, and thank you again for listening. If you would like to get more of these videos, subscribe to the channel and give me the thumbs up and ring the bell so that you can be notified for future videos. And I am so excited about just sharing more and more information on YouTube, because now today is the day, right? This is the era of video. So if you learn from video, if you learn from AI, the information that is out there is amazing. So let's make the best out of it. But of course, you're still going to have to come out on the tennis court, and no matter how much information you have, you still have to come out on the tennis court and practice and hit hard, work hard. And that's not going to, nothing is going to replace working hard. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Hasta la vista. We'll see you later.